Let's try this again. Do want to explore the champ a bit more, so it's not a bad thing. Some losses are also opportunities to learn more. Right side seems good. Middle path isn't bad either. Left path is probably even better. I like the left path the most. 2 rests. 1 before and 1 after the first elite. Then another elite that's optional later. With either a merchant or a couple of question marks beforehand. We have some time to get strong. We don't need the potions right away. I'm always a bit wary of losing max HP. Let's go with the transform. I'll transform strike here. Clawball. Now that's a huge upgrade. It's gonna be upgrade then. For sure. Berserker, sure. Means our Clobber is gonna be free. Could execute, but I don't have to take damage. Got another. You did a cultivating sentient run in Monster Train after 2 months. And be Covenant 25 with it? Not bad. Sounds good. Strength potion, happy to have it. Tornado punch, gut punch, parry. With the Clobber already in our deck, maybe we want to pick cards like gut punch that switch us between stances, so we can potentially use Clobber for both effects. That would be pretty nice. Yeah, I'm mostly waiting for the DLC. Or honestly anything else that makes it more exciting. Like any event or anything like that pretty much. Berserker and defensive shout. Duel as well. Take a defensive shout so we also have a defensive entry on top of our gut punch. So we can do things like this. A Valentine's Day train? Make the collector Cupid and maybe give Bone Dog a mate? That would be pretty cool. Yeah, I would definitely tune in for that. Flurry of Strike, Vicious Mockery, Sigil of Victory. Sigil of Victory is okay. I think we go Vicious Mockery. I do like the idea of switching between both stances and then using cards with good effects. Well, double combo cards, kinda. It could be kind of fun. Hey Skeef, welcome! Glad to see you. Well, it's time to stance for the Clobber. Oops, missed the strike there. Hey Skeef, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. 5th month. The boss rebalance patch, I think that was yesterday. In fact, let me check real quick. Actually, it was this morning. About 18 hours ago. Backstab, yes. I think that's what I want. Well, we won't have that much fatigue, but it is a bridging piece. Remove a card or gain 100 souls. I kind of want the souls. No, I want to remove a card. If we want to switch between our stances, then we don't want cards that neither benefit from switching stances nor help us actually switch stances. Nice. Happy to have 100 souls here. Don't think we want to recall just yet. Taunt should get an upgrade. Vicious Mockery should get an upgrade. Backstab definitely wants an upgrade. Let's go for the elite. This guy, huh? It's Taunt. Well, that doesn't quite do a whole lot. Sure, we can trigger all these effects, but what do we gain from them? A lot of block on a turn where it doesn't matter. Clobber is very good here. Clobber again, but this time a bit less exciting. I'll go for the damage. I should have used the block potion actually. Okay, that will work out. And we should have the kill with any attack now. Whew! Matryoshka! The next two non-boss chests here open contain 2 relics. I like it. Don't think I want Berserker style. No Chain Lash. On guard just as a defensive card. We already have Backstab, Clobber, Gut Punch kinda. I don't think I need it. Let's keep on upgrading for now. Gut Punch isn't bad. Probably Taunt now. Oh yeah, right. STS on mobile released today. On Android. I think it should work out quite well. I've played like a cheap free-to-play STS knockoff. And that worked quite well on mobile. So I think the real deal should do quite well as well. Let's go with Berserker, then defensive, so we can Clobber to play the strike as well. That's a lot of block that we don't need. Vicious Mockery for Dex. We could Gut Punch, that gives us 5 block. What happens if we Gut Punch, Vicious Mockery, execute? That's the kill, right? Fancy Footwork, that's exactly the card I want in this deck. Switch stances, draw a card. On upgrade, draws 2 cards. Yeah. Iron Fortress would also make sense. Yeah, I will definitely look into Griftlands as well. Ouch. Oh, please give me this relic. That was way too much damage to take there. But Arumba's Pocket Sentry is quite powerful, dealing 7 damage. And 1 week, well, alternating between these. I shouldn't have gone to this elite, maybe. Oh well, let's make the best of it. We want to execute in defensive, so... We do taunt, right? We might not taunt. Let's backstab, then fancy footwork. Yeah, in fact, I think... That doesn't quite work out. We'll still take a little bit of damage, and I don't really want to take damage. So let's enter defensive. I should have played the defensive shout there. Forgot about the ink bottle. That's okay. I'll take 5. Don't like it. This was a bad idea. Should have gone for the backliner entirely. So I can kill them next turn in case they threaten us. And if I had done so, I could in fact kill them this turn. Instead of having to use the block potion. Wait. I was in defensive. I did have the block already. Wow, I messed this fight up pretty hard. Let's try this again. That was quite bad. Let's actually start with taunt this time. Mm-hmm. Normal gut punch for the defense, then vicious mockery. We'll have to block next turn, so we focus on the backliner to make sure we can win in 2 turns. Well, we can finish the backliner in 2 turns. Take 4. Don't like it. What's our boss again? Defect? I don't like it at all. Well, we should at least be fine with this fight. 22 health. Ornamental fan isn't bad, and a colorless potion might help as well. We don't have enough impactful cards here. I want an on-guard, just as an impactful card. One that actually provides some tangible benefit. We have to enter defensive here. Let's go for the split. Should... no, maybe that's fine. Should have gone for the frontliner instead there. But it's okay. We have the full defense and the win. Vexing Drought. That might matter. I really don't think we want Focus Berserker. We're not gonna make good use of it, Vexing Draw, no. Can't deal with these burn pluses. Okay, let's see. Think we wanna end the turn in defensive. I'll enter Berserker. Nice. I should have used the strength potion. Let's go with the colorless here though. Hand of Greed, probably. Just get the damage in. Gut Punch, Fancy Footwork. That's a technique. And there's our first Void. Good thing we are in defensive here, so we can immediately clobber them. Alright, it's unblocked damage. That was bad. Yeah, we need to strike first before we block. Let's try this again. Still gonna take the hand. Still wanna enter Berserker so we can execute. And it stays the same. Okay, we need to strike first, remove the block, then we can clobber. Now we have the full block. Oof. That's 17 damage. Well, we can weaken the enemy at least. Do want to stay in defensive, I think. Execute this 12 block. Let's go defensive shout. Nice. Got a block card reduced there. Fancy Footwork, defensive shout, Vicious Mockery, and Gut Punch. Defend Block Potion. Otherwise, this Thunder will give the enemy 3 energy back. And we don't want that. Because that would mean we are dead. Taunt Defend would work. Even better would be Taunt, reducing the cost of Execute. Or us drawing a Clobber. We're almost there. Just 35 damage left. Can we do it? Good thing we have this defensive shot. Oh yes, Dancing Master is perfect for this deck. Absolutely genius. The third time you enter a stance each turn, gain 1 energy and draw 2 cards. That's just what we needed. Idol of Retromation, Runic Dome, Buster Crown. I don't think I want Runic Dome. I don't think I want Buster Crown either. Let's take the Idol. Blasphemy Watcher will be our second boss. Do want to go for at least the Emerald Key this time around. Because it's always annoying to get it in the last floor, and maybe you don't even have a rest site after it. I wanna go to this rest site, I think. A merchant wouldn't be bad, but we have one here, so... And then another one just a couple of spaces after that. It's time to get the ruby key. I need that strength. Oh, I'm so glad we found that dancing master. It's gonna be a big deal. The defensive combo from Clawbot doesn't actually matter against this enemy, because you're not gonna be able to deal unblock damage. Do I want to clear my fatigue? Probably not. Well, we should have the kill here. Focus defensive, gut punch, bring it on. Gut punch kinda works in this deck. I'll take another one. Ooh, card gremlin. I don't want to steal, I don't want a curse. Jack of all trades and gut punch. Injury I don't want. Do I want check of all trades? I don't think so. Gladiator form, now that's something I would be into. Face slap? Probably not. Is Gladiator form even that good? Whenever you use a technique bonus, we only have 2 techniques, we only have 1 finisher. Actually, no. I don't even want Gladiator form. That's a pretty disappointing turn. I could have drawn a card with Ink Bottle, but maybe it's actually better to leave it for this turn. Wasn't necessary, but... Ugh. Fancy footwork costing 2 is... not that great. Kinda want a gut punch. I also want to execute in defensive. Well, we can't have both, so I think we execute and then we gut punch. So we are in a stance, at least. Back to defensive and then clobber. That will actually work. We can trigger the stance this turn. There we go. That wasn't too bad. Finish him? No. Stance? Yes. I think so. It's just an entry and it's good on upgrade. Do we have enough entries? Not really for Dancing Master yet. Yeah, let's take one stance at least. That should be helpful. Let's trigger the bottle. Nice. That was very nice to get on turn 1. Gut Punch is already the full defense, so we might as well execute in Berserker. I think we start with Gut Punch because we don't need the energy or the block. It's not really that helpful. Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah, we don't do a ton of damage yet. Arena Prep. That is just always a good card, right? Especially pre-upgraded. Anything here we want? Probably not good clean fight in this deck. Backstab could work. Relics. Do like the idea of picking up Omamori. Preventing 2 curses would allow us to take a few more aggressive options in some events. I think we want to remove another defend and then leave. I think so. Quick study could be good. Quick study could actually be good for this deck. But I think I'll skip it for now. Let's break the key. So we get the 1 strength. Stance and Dancing Master need an upgrade. Let's go with Stance first. Fancy Footwork also really needs an upgrade. Stance first. I want the combo card. And we are very often gonna switch stances. White Beast Statue. Potions always appear in combat rewards. This is a good opportunity to take the Sapphire Key. Giving up 10 health from the pair to gain 10 health from the key. Locate a book on fighting. Gladiator's Manual. Whenever you play a technique, a combo, a finisher, and enter a stance in the same turn, gain 1 strength and dex. That might be pretty doable. We have a lot of combos and entries. We have a couple techniques. We only have 1 finisher, but now I kind of want to pick up at least 1 more finisher. Let's enter defensive here and then arena prep. Got punch. Let's focus Berserker. We want to trigger Laria 3 times so we can get the Berserker stance finisher. So let's hit and then play Laria. That was... Alright, it has technique and then triggers technique a couple of times afterwards, so... I'll keep the other Laria in hand. Might be good later. I think we clobber first here for the extra energy. Before we backstab and defensive shout. I still want to keep the Laria in hand for defense. do want to play the fancy footwork kinda, but... Oh, we draw into a stance switching card. Always. Gut punch isn't useful though. No, it's still good. Nice. One remaining. Wanna finish in defensive. Gut punch again. $19 counter. Good enough. Focus Berserker makes a lot of sense, but I do actually want to be in defensive. I'm gonna generate the extra counter here. Let's go skillful. Gut punch, fancy footwork. One remaining. Let's go back into Berserker then. And back into defensive. Gain a ton of block. Counter the first gremlin and then finish the fight with any attack. Nice! This deck is starting to work out quite well. Refreshment? Yes, please. Gain 3 energy, draw 4 cards. That's so good. Just don't reduce the execute, please. Oh no, it works because... It works anyways because Gut Punch gives us an energy back. Ultimate stance. That does also kind of makes sense for this deck. Pile driver. Do wanna be in... Well, let's apply the vulnerability first and foremost. Do wanna be in Berserker when I finish and when I play the Berserker's Shout. Ultimate stance is nice to hold in case we can't do a good stance on a turn. This is going quite well. This is then counter, this is 19 damage. Oh, and we draw into a Gut Punch. We can gain the counter as well. I wonder if ultimate stance counts as a stance for stance. It should, because it does say stance, and it did. Let's enter Berserker. And we can fancy footwork. Berserker's Shout. (21 damage 2 times. We are close there. There we go. That was a strong fight. Preemptive Strike, Backstab, Tornado Punch. I think I'll skip those. Dolly's Mirror. We could dupe the Clobber or the Dancing Master or the Refreshment. Either of these are... well, all of these are really incredible cards. I'll take the Refreshments though. Prayer Wheel would also not be a bad pickup. I'll instead remove a Strike. Just to increase the consistency of our stance dancing. Other than that, I think we can leave the shop. We have a shop coming up right in a moment anyways. I think we wanna enter Berserker and then play the arena prep. So we gain some fatigue. Now we have 20 fatigue. The other one doesn't matter, it's only giving us block. We don't need block this turn. But I want the counter anyway, so might as well get it. No way to enter Berserker this turn, but we can draw 4 cards. There we go. Back into defensive with a backstab. Should have played the Dancing Master first. But we can still trigger it. Clobber is a great card to get here. Well, we overkill the frontliner now. Whoops. Should have executed the backliner instead. No. No. Full... no, never mind. Oh, no, we were already in Berserker. Oh well. There we go. On guard, defensive style and circle, no thanks. Chant Crown. Death Blow is not really the finisher I want. Bronze Idol. Status cards may now be played for useful effects. Toolbox. Violence. Or just another card removal. Let's get these strikes out of the deck. Shield Wall. Probably not, no. Definitely play Dancing Master, then Taunt into defensive to Gut Punch into Berserker. Alright, we picked up Preserved Insect, so the enemies have now 25% less HP, that's nice. Some refreshments, arena preps. Ooh, Vicious Mockery. Do want to stay in Berserker for now. Sword Throw, huh? Let's exit and enter the stance again. Don't wanna play ultimate stance here. That was a good first turn. We have a lot of burst. Especially with these refreshments. A big part of this. Oops. That was the wrong stance. But it's all fine. Sundial, every 3 times you shuffle your deck, gain 2 energy. That's gonna happen quite a few times. False counter. No. Reckless leap? No, probably not. No way to enter defensive this turn. Although we might find a way. We did not. Fine, I'll leave the refreshments in the deck for now. Good snipe there, pocket sentry. There's our dancing master. And I'll trigger for it. Nice, nice. Probably don't need the spiked energy drink. Precise thrust makes a lot of sense in this deck. 18 damage, 9 block for 1 energy. That's just good. Ooh, no stance entry here. Let's find one. That's all we needed. Play another refreshments. Didn't find the thing I was looking for yet. That's the dancing master. Sure, I'll take another refreshment. That doesn't actually work. No, it does work. We just need to execute beforehand. Kinda want a way to gain artifact. That will be very strong with this Vicious Mockery. Nice, nice. Spiked energy drink is back. I don't think these cards matter to us. Okay. This Watcher. They gained 20 more Blasphemer's Demise, so it's gonna be hard to trigger it. Harder to trigger it now. Interesting. They lost a little bit of HP, I think. No, they didn't even lose HP. They lost 1 upgrade. So, yeah, this Watcher always felt pretty weak. It's not the right stance to enter, but it's fine, we can just leave the refreshment in the deck. We don't need to go off on our first turn. We can go off on the second, that's fine too. I'm gonna leave the ink bottle on 9 here. There's our first refreshment. It's time to go off. Let's build some strength. Let's also finish to gain back the fatigue. And then re-enter stances. And build some counter. Why not? Should have played the defend as well for the ink bottle, but I forgot about that. There's our second refreshment. I like being in Berserker right now. Technique bonus is nice. Now we are out of... can I name it? Refreshments. We do, however, have a pretty good general setup there, so like our backstab defenses for a lot, we can easily trigger stance on most turns. Ooh, double vicious mockery. It's gonna be big, would be a big thrust if the enemy wasn't intangible this turn. Well, if the enemy wasn't intangible, they would die to Blasphemer. But yeah, this deck feels really strong. There we go. Just switch stances every turn multiple times for good effect. Don't think we really need any of these. Feel like ultimate stance isn't good for us because we're basically always in ultimate stance. Replace this champion crown. Start each combat in ultimate stance which lasts for 2 turns. No thanks. Cursed key or black star? It's a bit late for black star and we have our memory. Let's get the curse key. Where do we go? I want to hunt some elites. We already killed the merchant. I think we want these 3 elites here. And a couple of question marks before that seems good. Let's break the remaining keys so we can go to Act 4. Energy is less of a problem than draw, so I'm gonna upgrade fancy footwork right now. How do we start this? Probably with the stance into defensive. Double mockery. Doesn't really matter. Sure, decent turn 1. Nothing too exciting going on there. Now though, now we have Dancing Master. I want to draw from the refreshment more than the energy. That's good enough. There we go. A refreshment turn. Oops, triggered the ink bottle this turn. So we overdrew. Already used our Dancing Master. Let's just enter defensive and trigger as many techniques as we can to gain a good chunk. Oh, never mind, let's go off again. Colorless potion, probably better than an explosive one for us. Fan of knives, nah, don't really need that. Not interested in the others. Upgrading all cards? No. It's 5 for a relic. Don't want normalities. This deck dies to normality. Center Berserker, then Backstab. Start with the refreshment. Another one. That was a lot of block. Gut punch, fancy footwork. Arena prep is good. Just get that damage out. Enemies buffing again because we brought them to low health. Center Berserker. Back to defensive. Back to Berserker. And as soon as they attack us, they die. But hopefully we can prevent them from actually attacking us. Like this. Ice cream. Energy is now conserved between turns. Not bad. I do want a pile driver. I like the vulnerability and the weakness it provides. We do also want just a little bit of extra damage. Ooh. That's all I need. Defensive entry. Let's play some techniques. Just want the strength from that. Stay in Berserker. That's not ideal. Sure, I mean, if we can have 2 turns of ultimate stance, then there's nothing wrong with that. The only problem with that would be that we can't trigger stance while we're at the while we're in the ultimate stance. go. Stone Calendar at the end of turn 7 deal 52 damage to all enemies. Upgraded fancy footwork. Yes, please. That's so good. Let's see what arena prep gives us. Taunt into Berserker. Back into defensive. Trigger a couple techniques. Seems good enough. Now have a pretty huge amount of counter. There's Dancing Master. Sure. And we have 50 counter. Fruit juice. I'll take that over a Gambler's Brew. Shadow Shield Wall Face Slap. Probably not necessary. Yeah. Shield Wall is kind of tempting just for the 2 decks. But I don't think we really need that. I don't want to heal to full and actually lose HP from that. That would be quite bad. Anchor and Question card, very nice. Especially the Anchor, blocking for 10 on turn 1. Question card just gives us 1 extra card on each card reward screen. Whoops, should have played the Engulf before leaving that stance. No stance entry. Colorless Potion is not likely to give us one, but it could give us draw. Impatience works. There we go. Now we can go off. More Vicious Mockeries. Let's gain some techniques. Let's gain some strength. Stance some more. More Vicious Mockery for some more temporary stats. Keep drawing. Keep dancing. Time to play our attacks. Do want a stance entry after execute, but we do have one in taunt. Wait, we just kill. Potion Belt, 2 extra potion slots, very nice. Precise Thrust, Arena Prep and Gut Punch are all good cards. Take another Precise Thrust. That's really good damage for us. Oops. Going to the shop here isn't bad. But the other route would have been better. Bottled Flame, an attack to have in our opening hand. Well, that guarantees we always have a way to enter a stance at the start of the fight. And that's pretty important to us. Vajra for strength. Another Vicious Mockery. I would take it if it were upgraded, but don't really want an unupgraded one. Let's remove another basic card because they get in the way of our stance dancing. Good thing we have this Gut Punch now. Should have played that Vicious Mockery a while ago. Decent first turn. We've had better. I actually don't want to enter Berserker right now. I stay in defensive and play the refreshment just for draw. Now we can do the thing. There we go. Colorless potion. I'll gladly take that. Stance if it were upgraded, otherwise Rising Strike isn't terrible, but we don't really care that much about techniques. Obdonian, a Duvu and Darkstone parry up for 2 Haunted. Probably not. Cursed Key or Calling Bell, that's extra cursed. You know what, that's actually fine. Calling Bell gives us 2 Bell Curses, which sucks, but we get 3 relics. Tungsten Rod, whenever you would lose HP, lose 1 less. That's very good. Singing Bowl, I would have loved it if it were a bit earlier. Defensive Thesis, defensive stances, finisher bonus grants 8 more block. Also very nice. I don't want any more curses, so let's leave. The curses are a bit of a problem, but I think we have enough draw to outweigh them. Actually, I start with the execute here. It's probably the best way to do it. I'm gonna play a refreshment without exhausting it, specifically. Second one I can safely exhaust. The third time you enter a stance, each turn gain 2 energy and draw 4 cards. 4 cards? Really? It's not what the power says. 1 remaining. Let's find out. We have too many cards in hand. Let's play a pile driver before that. Do we draw 4? We do draw 4. That sounds like a bug. That makes this card insanely good. Totally ridiculous. Another refreshment. There we go. Mummified hand. Whenever you play a power card, a random card in your hand costs 0 this turn. That is good. Helps us get our stance out. And that matters quite a bit. The sound has been off since we fought Champ, I think. Well, ourselves in the event there. It's been a bug for quite a while. So bugs to report today. Sound going out and Dancing Master drawing 4 cards on upgrade, even though it says draw, it would draw 2. Yeah, that's completely insane. We have way too much draw right now. Speed potion, ancient potion is nice. Let's drink the fruit juice. That's a finisher I can get behind. To bring it on. I wanted one more finisher. And there is not a whole lot of time to pick one up, so... Let's keep going. Did we not trigger the Gladiator's manual? Did we not play a combo card? We did play a combo card. We played a technique, we played a finisher, we entered a stance. We triggered it. We did gain the dex there. And this, yeah, I think we triggered it. Let's draw 4. Gonna strike and then draw another 4. There we go. Stance into Berserker. It's fancy footwork for the Vicious Mockery. And Dancing Master... No! We're in the wrong... No. Everything's fine. We can execute then backstab. And then not Gut Punch. Right. I forgot. Good enough. We don't take damage. We got our Dancing Master set up. We haven't even consumed any of our refreshments yet. What to do? Let's throw out a claw ball. Bring it on and re-enter stances with this. There's another refreshment. Want the debuffs on the Ironclad. Another Vicious Mockery for some more stats. I'm going for the Ironclad mostly because we have all the debuffs on him. Let's go bring it on, then defensive shout. Too bad we can't do the shadow this turn. Let's kill the frontliner. Center defensive, then Berserker, footwork, a usual thing. We should just have the kill here. Like that. Very nice. This is a really powerful deck. This Barricade Ironclad was nerfed a little bit. Lost 1 upgrade, Fortification lost 30 HP, and the Fortification only gives him 10 block each turn instead of 15. Dancing Master on turn 1. I think this merchant was also slightly reduced in power, but only on the first turn. I think. I'm not actually sure. They lost some upgrades, but they use a apotheosis anyway, so not quite sure how that would affect them. Let's go fancy footwork. Stance, back into defensive. Then bring it on. Gut punch. What did we not trigger yet? Technique, maybe? Definitely play Vicious Mockery. There we go. Got that additional strength and dex. Wanna go back to defensive before I execute. Another refreshment to draw a bunch of cards. Let's get a Berserker card. Yeah, like a refreshment. That's certainly a Berserker combo card. And let's end in defensive with 270 block on a turn where the enemy is not trying to damage us at all. And then we win before the bomb even blows up. Rod of Bolstering Flame. First time you play a power card each combat, gain 6 block and 1 strength. Happy to have it. Endless Rage wouldn't even be bad. It's just good because we have such long, strong combo turns. Here... There's not really anything I want. Maybe replace the fire potion with liquid bronze? No. Essence of steel? No, these don't matter. Nor does the fire potion really though. That's mostly a side grade, but oh well. This is an important upgrade. We play this card a lot. These guys probably might be more annoying than Niao himself. Who knows? It's certainly possible they are. Oh, fancy footwork, I like it. Well, we got one of the curses out of the deck already, so that's nice. Back into defensive before we play refreshment. Let's see. Out. Yeah, let's leave our stance. Re-enter defensive, I guess. Bewildered has to go. Let's debuff you. Actually want this up. Even though I can't play Refreshment then. If I play it in this order, that's fine. We don't want to waste all our refreshments this early. Aged is gone. These became ethereal, but Haunted is gone after that. Can't really do a whole lot this turn. Can't even block at all. That sucks. Well, we do have decent healing, just with our tungsten rod. Okay. Should be able to get a kill here, but I do want to gain more fatigue. A little bit more fatigue. Oops. Sorry for that. I shouldn't have played that. Gut punch is fine to have though. Let's use this to draw. Execute, then backstab back into a stance. Move out of it again. Back into it. Didn't quite get there. The final stance entry. But that's fine. Next turn the stone calendar will go off. Nice. Okay, now we're going off. I'll keep the refreshment just because we don't need it here. So we can use it against the Ironclad. Do want to clear my fatigue because there was quite a lot of it. Good chunk of counter there. It's time for the refreshment. Time for the final push. It was a good counter hit. We should be able to finish this now. And the Berserker card. Well, not quite enough just yet. Well, we did heal up quite a bit with all the fatigue we generated and the tungsten rod. healing us for 1 when we generate fatigue. And we have the ink bottle ready on our first turn against Niao. That's always nice. Just have that extra card draw. Niao has barricade against 10 block each turn, Blasphemer's demise, and she adds voids with statuses. String these. Start out in defensive. And refreshment immediately. We want to have a strong setup turn here. Gonna get these out so I can use another refreshment easily. Digging for the power, the dancing master. Let's execute to trigger the gladiator's book. Still something missing. Maybe we haven't played a technique yet. There we go. Let's build some more fatigue and then finish with a precise thrust. The ancient potion is reserved to hold over some strength and dex gain from Vicious Mockery. I would like to play the Endless Rage, but that's not possible right now. Finally there's Dancing Master. But this turn we don't really have the opportunity to use it well. I'm gonna drink the regen potion here. Because we do have health to restore. Double void this turn. That sucks. Let's enter defensive so we can gut punch and then ultimate stance to draw 4 cards. Endless Rage among them. What a crappy hand. Good thing we have this Endure. I'm gonna gain the 5 decks now, so we can have the full block here. Center Berserker, so we can backstep. Whew. It's not really going. But at least we're building up energy. Okay, this turn we can do something. This will fill our hand quite a bit. Gonna get rid of the slimed. Don't want to trigger a bunch of techniques. It's a fine turn to ultimate. Size thrust is much better than tornado punch here. 51 counter as well. Full defense. Good damage. Nice, nice. That was a good turn. We have a lot of blocking possibilities. Well, with 13 decks, that's not surprising at all. Nice. Maybe I should have actually left the float to transform these cursors. Okay, Niao is entering serious mode here. Good thing we can stop her. Ooh, that was a nice deck. We got some help from a weird little bug that apparently made our Dancing Master draw twice the amount of cards it was supposed to. But even before we upgraded the Dancing Master, this deck was already quite strong. So yeah, that was really fun. Very dedicated stance deck with the champ. I would have liked some more card draw. Maybe I shouldn't have turned down the gladiator form. After all, that one could have helped quite a lot with keeping our hand supplied with cards. But yeah, it didn't seem that good at the time.